By the summer going into fifth grade, I had the choice to either sign up for another season of baseball or not. I knew I didn't really care for another season as much as my dad did, but if I was going to stop playing this sport, I knew I would need to pick up a new one. I was too active to not waste my energy somehow, and I likely would have gotten into lots of trouble if it wasn't for sports. Baseball was fun, but I never looked at it with longevity. My skills never developed enough for me to be excited about continuing. I ended up having more fun play fighting with my cousins or my brothers, pretending we were superheroes and wrestling in front of my sister to make her laugh. I remember that my favorite cousin had actually just started training mixed martial arts at a local gym, which made a lot of sense. I figured I'm a small guy anyways, so to learn to fight well could be nice. Plus, if I'm going to do it with Tata, that's going to be a lot more fun than baseball. So initially, thinking about it as a temporary thing, I approached my dad about starting MMA with my cousin, Align. He let me switch sports, no problem. I remember walking into the gym for the first time, thinking I was in a movie. I thought it was so cool. My background as an athlete helped me pick up the pace fairly quickly, which proved to be a good thing. As I started my first few weeks at this new environment, it showed me how easily I've made it home there. My coach would notice how fun it seemed to be, even if I would lose or fail. Maybe it was a testament to how tough I'd become after many beatings from my older brother, or maybe it reminded me of the good times I've had horseplaying with my friends or family. Or maybe it was just a testament to how much I like the sport. Either way, I remember my coach approached me one time asking why I had a smile on my face after I gave up my back to my opponent. You didn't really lose, you kind of gave up, he said. Although I did not give up, I did see what he was trying to teach me. And since then, I made the decision to take this sport as what it is, a craft. As a smaller fellow, I started to make my way up to the belts and class tiers pretty quickly, and I ended up remaining in the gym even after my cousin left it about a year later. Because of this, I found myself in a level 4 class with people bigger and more experienced than me without a designated partner, my cousin. I was nervous, but also excited about it. And on my first day, I got signed up with Julius, a talented fighter who proved to be too immature to move on to the next class for quite some time. At first, I didn't mind. I thought he was funny and he would be an ideal opponent to make me better. But it seemingly proved to tell a different story. He wasn't funny. He was a bully. He would resist drills with me, and that would make it really hard to learn anything new. He would hit me harder than I could even hit him, even if I wanted to, and would just dominate me on the ground. He showed little respect for me as a fighter or a teammate, and looked at me more as an ego boost or a punching bag. It came to a point where I seriously considered quitting. Why come back if I was just going to get whooped by Julius? Until one day. It was a grappling day, 7th grade, where we started on the feet, wrestled each other to the ground, and tried to get one of us to tap. He was a bigger human, so naturally he wanted to wrestle in a clinch instead of taking shots at the legs. I played his game, obviously, which allowed me to become easily controlled by him, and he would slam me onto the floor. My coach, Alan, watched as I continued to let my fears trump my cleverness. He approached me. Do you know why he keeps clinching with you? No. Because he knows that he can throw you down easily. He's stronger, but you're faster. Next time he reaches for the neck, shoot down for a double as hard as you can. Sir, yes, sir. I walked back to my sparring partner and reached out my hand. He claps it and instantly reaches out his other hand to the back of my head. With all I had, I step in between his legs, bend my knees, hug my arms, and drive. That stuff fudging worked. I quickly tried to mount him, and he tried to get back up, so I took his back, got my hooks in, and cranked a rear naked choke as hard as I could. Tap, tap, tap. Boom! Success. I looked back at my coach, and he smiled back at me with a nod. Julius said I got lucky, and we tried it again. Same result. Not to sound cliche, but it really did feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Now that my only reason to even ever want to quit has vanished, I started to really focus on my craft. And although I couldn't beat Julius every time or anything like that, I also wasn't losing every time either. And more importantly, my mind was focused on my next move as opposed to how it sucks to be in this position. It was an important moment for me as a human who will naturally face challenges in their life, and as a fighter who thinks more than they feel. And, not to sound boastful, but once I reached 10th grade, I was able to match whatever level of intensity he wanted to go and still outpace him with skill.